Hello and welcome to my Let's Play Minecraft series Rocket World episode 54. This is part 2 of the iron farm build. If you haven't seen part 1, then there's a card in the top right just about now. If you're still with me, then let's catch up with where we left off in the last episode. But before we do that, coming up in today's episode, I wish Nitwits would learn to drive properly. Now, let's jump in and get started. In the last episode we made this large iron farm here, and it's got a trading hall underneath around these edges here. So let's go and have a quick look and see where we are. If we spin around here, oops, there we go. Right, so everything is in place and I have spent a lot of time getting a lot of villagers. At the moment we've got 19 villagers all the way around here, and it's just the time now to go and get the last villager. And we're getting plenty of iron golems coming through. So, yep, lots of nice iron along the way as well. So, I'm going to head up here and over to our villager breeder over there. And we shall get the last villager in place. Right, now I've got my final villager ready. And he's grown up to be a nitwit. Ah dear, so I've got 20 villagers. Well, including this one here. And yeah, I was just going to, so I've had to get another one so that I can use this one for more appropriate things. What I might do is I might create another Nitwit tower somewhere that I can do raids with. So I'm going to try and drop him off on the island somewhere. So we'll follow him along, and I've set a little rail going off over the island so we can drop him down, and he will be useful for a raid tower somewhere. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, he's nearly at the dropping off point, so here we go. And there he goes, he should be alright. He's not alright, is he? I didn't put the water down there. Where's my bucket of water? Yeah, see, there's my bucket of water. I didn't put it down there, did I? Well, I suppose it's sorted out the nitwit problem one way or another, isn't it? But that's, yeah, it's not the way we normally do things. Right, never mind. Now, you may have noticed earlier that I've started having a little bit of an iron golem problem. That's probably because I've got 20 villagers in, well, almost 20 now. And it probably means that the dynamics have changed of villages since I last built an iron farm, so I don't think this is going to be really wide enough. Now he only seems to be spawning on the edges at the moment, not down here, so I'm wondering what I can do. Now one option is to extend this and have the water flowing through and just up at a higher level so that he gets taken through, which would probably work. And the other option is to put some leaves down and see if that reduces the amount of spawning that he does. So anyway, you go and have a swim for a minute. So I think I might try the leaves, and if that doesn't work, then I will think about a different approach. There he goes. Right, that should mean they're all going to start spawning again now. Right, so let's pop these down. And we're not going to find out if this works really until it gets to the point where another one is found wandering around somewhere. So let's give it a go and we'll see what happens. So we've still got a little bit of work to do on the villagers. Right, final villager is ready to go, so let's get him mobile and we will get him into place. Right, what's the best way of doing this? You're on the front edge there, aren't you? Right. Right, now that you are free to move. You're not on a rail, are you? No. Oops. Let's shunt you that way. There we go. That's better. Right, and we get you going. Now, I don't actually know if I've prepared a slot for him, but we'll have to wait and see. Possibly not. Right, where should we pop him? Should we pop him in here then? We've got nearly all the things that we want, really. I don't think I've got many rails, have I? No. Right, okay, let's get him in, and we'll see if we can conjure up our last librarian for the time being. Right, here we are, let's get him in. There we go, so he's connected. That's good news. I tell you what, we'll get rid of the minecart because I have had a cat go in and push one of the minecarts, and one of the villagers has suffocated in a block. There we go, let's pick that up. So we'll certainly cat-proof him. There we go. We need to decide what trades he's going to have. So we do a bit of that, a bit of that. What has he got to start with? Just that. And now it's the endless process of persuading him not to have bookcases or lure 1 or something. I've already got protection, so I don't need that, at a better price as well. So, right, this is going to be a long process, so I won't bore you with it. I've got efficiency 5. Just looking for looting and sharpness 5, I think. Oh, good news, good news. I have just been able to roll looting 3. 32. Don't even know if that's a good trade, actually. It's not too bad. It's not in the 50s or the 60s, so I'm going to go for that and hope we can reduce that a little bit through a little bit of zombification. So there we go. Let's move your workstation back for you. Take that out. That's villager 20 installed. So let's have a quick look, see what we got. Oh, I haven't marked his up there. So we've got thorns and some bookshelves. So this is a sort of a less exciting end. Feather falling 4, silk touch, fairly standard. We've got all of the villagers, wheat and potatoes or something? Carrots, wheat and carrots. Protection 4, fire protection 4, and then projectile protection 4. Now this one, I didn't know it goes down as low as 14. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. Right, let's have a look. What else have we got over here? Unbreaking, efficiency 5, aqua affinity, fortune 3. So now we've got the looting 3 as well. Impaling, 2 lots of mending, and these 2 here. Power 5, smite 5. And we've got a hold for sharpness 5 when it comes along. But I think now that we've got 20, we're getting quite a lot of iron golems coming through. So let's have a quick look and see what we've had during the construction. I've got a feeling I've taken some blocks out that I had. Is it all of that? Really? Ooh, might have been. Yeah, okay, so I've had that coming through during construction and doing all of the work with the villagers. So that's pretty good. And we've got some string as well. Right, now the farm is more or less done. So, I mean, it works nicely. We're getting lots of iron, we've got lots of village trades. We've not reached capacity, but I'd like to move on a little bit. So let's have a look and see what we might be getting up to next. So if I work on the iron farm again, then we're going to be looking at decorating it a bit because it's a bit of a monstrosity. And the reason it's up nice and high is because we've got a nice long stem there, and if we come and have a look over here, it can be turned into rather a nice big mushroom, I think, if we remove the villager breeder bridge. I think that might be quite a nice idea. So I think it's not... Oh, I missed. At the moment, it is not got a very big cup on the top of the mushroom, and of course it is, if we have a look, it's quite thick. So I'd like to bring that out quite wide around there. So it's going to be quite a large circle. And with that in mind, while I've been trying to breed the villagers over here, I have been busy farming mushrooms. So let's have a look and see what I got. I think it was this one here. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. So this is for the stems, of course, and these are the blocks on the top. I think it'd be nice to mix in some other colours with the mushroom blocks and with the stems to break up the colours and the textures a little bit. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I mean, I can put wool, white wool and stuff like that in there. Or maybe white terracotta. Is it going to be too pinky? I'm not sure. But I have a think about it. And also I was thinking, will the mud blocks be too dark? The mud brick blocks and the mud. What's the, is it just the compacted mud blocks? I don't know. I'll have to think about who's blowing their nose in my ear. Is it one of you guys? Will you stop that? Anyway, so yeah, that's the next plan. So I don't want it to be like these, dead straight. And you'll see that it's not going to work like that anyway, because the centre of the mushroom is here, and the elevator up is off to one side. So what I intend to do is I intend to have them start off over here and then curve up and around to finish at the centre there. So hopefully all of this part here will be kept inside the stem. That's the plan. Whether it's going to turn out that way or not, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? That brings us to the end of this episode. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the next episode yet. In the first episode of Season 3, I talked about some of the projects that I'd like to do. I think I might try a vote on the community tab and let you decide. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Continue the Iron Farm mushroom design, build up the main base, expand the base planting area, or build a bamboo farm ready for 1.20. The majority vote wins, and I'll get started on that project next. Thank you all for watching today, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like and don't forget to comment. If you want to see more on a regular basis, then consider subscribing so you don't miss out on more industrial accidents involving nitwits. Might be me next time. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode, so have fun and see you later.